But we do have a table for two available. Tables.
The tables were for two.
Tables for two.
DJ Gemini. You heard it from ADM1. Tables for two.
Tables.
The tables were for two.
Tables for two.
Tables for two.
The tables were for two.
Tables for two.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Gemini.
What up, y'all? I go by the name DJ ADM1.
And we are Tables for Two.
We are Tables for Two. Gemini, live from the studio. We are direct and in effect right now, bro.
Right now, we got somebody special in the building. He came all the way out here from New York.
Yo, flew out, and the crazy thing is, too, I know you guys became friends on TikTok, right? With the streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
And then now, because it is NAMM Weekend, he came down and he's actually staying with you for a little bit.
Yeah, a couple of days. He got actually slowed out. He couldn't go nowhere. He was locked up over here, man.
Snowed out, damn.
Yeah, you see my accent, he got stronger. He been over here, it's stronger.
All of a sudden, bro. All of a sudden. And the crazy thing is, you used to say that it was because of Call of Duty.
Yeah, because I used to play with my peoples Call of Duty and from New York.
And now it's now you just having homies come out. And
you know what I'm
with
saying? They coming out here, B.
I think you're getting comfortable in the new spot, bro. That's dope.
Yo, it's definitely it's a game changer. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, no further ado.
Hey, okay, and then let's also say too, this is the first interview that we're doing on the new system.
I just told him that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was talking about, so you pop my cherry then. Son.
Yeah, this is hey, damn, a threesome popped the cherry. Stop it.
Shouts to Fleetwood on that line.
Let's bring him in.
we talking about the one, the only One Shot Deal.
One Shot Deal in the house, hanging out with Tables for Two. What up, brother?
What's going on, man? How y'all feeling?
Yeah, we good, man. How you feeling?
Great, marvelous.
Yo, how was the experience out here? I know you've been to NAMM all the time, you know what I'm saying? And this one time, I know we talked and you was like, yo, I actually had a lot of fun on this one.
Oh, yeah. I had a good time.
Yo,
So you been to NAMM before?
Yeah. I met you last year.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, at the same spot. You was rocking on the ones and twos.
All right.
So fun
Now,
fact.
I'll let him explain it or I could explain it. Realistically,
Go ahead.
I already knew him. Just couldn't put a face to the name. He was doing the recording in the back, the Tables for Two in the back of the spot.
Yeah.
I went back there to get a pineapple juice, by the way, and it's a left hand side to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So when we was talking on the phone and on TikTok, he was posting pictures directly to each other's phone, and he was like, yeah, I was over here, and I was like, yo, hold on, that's the spot that they had the scratch battle at from NAMM.
Vibe.
And he was like, yeah, how you know? I was like, cause I was there. Nah, get the fuck out of here, son, you bullshitting. I'm like, I gave you a dap. You said you'll come to the back for an interview, but I just never went back there because I was up front.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, then I sent him some pictures, and he was like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, how we didn't meet each other? How we,
That's
you know,
wild.
It was crazy.
Yo, at the Vibe Ultra Lounge, man. He was there with his peoples, and then we just crossed paths. We even dapped each other and everything.
Yeah.
You
Facts.
know? So it's like, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's extra small world right there.
Yeah, so, you know, ever since then, I was like, yo, we got to get you on the show. So since NAMM came up this time, I was like, yo, you can chill at my crib. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's just been here. We've been having a blast, you know what I'm saying, and doing different things out here. And he's making my accent even more stronger than what it was.
That's what's up. So One Shot, what part of New York are you from?
Boogie Down Bronx, South Bronx to be exact. The only borough with thunder from.
South Bronx. South Bronx.
That's right.
All right.
So pretty much recently, he did this. It was him, Sinister, and Rob. You know, so they all did like so. You know how they do, like you get on.
I like how you're on first name basis with them. You know what I mean? That's dope. That's a New York thing right there.
Yo, it's all good. It's all good. So he was doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? They juggling. They each taking turns. Then he gets on. He started juggling, and it was dope, son. It was really dope. And I was like, yo, man.
You guys were doing that live, or?
Yeah, they did it all live.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
It was a spot. Sinister got booked at the Odd Couple got booked at a spot called what is it called? Give me a second. Ruckus and Reason in Poughkeepsie, New York. So we went out there. First, I was going out there just to kick it with Sin because that's my boy. So he was like, yo, come through, man. You know, we're going to have a good time. I was like, all right, man, I'm going to come up there and chill. And then I was like, matter of fact, I'm probably not because I got something else to do, too. He was like, nah, you got to come. I'm like, what do you mean I gotta come? He's like, yo, you part of the show, bro. Like, we putting you on. I'm like, hey, you bullshit. He's like, I'm dead ass. I'm like, he's like, we gotta do sound check and all that. So drove up there and made it happen.
Nice.
And then the same shit happened. Snowstorm.
Oh man, a real snowstorm. Not this kind of snowstorm.
Yeah, it's not as bad to the extent as it is now, you know. But yeah, snowstorms up there.
I think when we're at NAMM, you were also showing me that it was actually like -5 or something in your car or something. You were showing it was like 15 degrees
It
or
was
something.
10 degrees.
10.
Man,
Yo,
no
and
thank
then-
you.
Yo, and from his whip, he also could see the front cam, so he could look outside the windshield.
But you got a Tesla? What kind of car you got?
Listen, I just got something nice. That's it.
You know, and you see nothing but snow on the front. Like, you know,
Oh,
you can't even
man.
look out the whole car is just covered.
And so you're gonna be one of those videos that where they roll the window down and hit the ice and it looks like the window's up still.
Well, hopefully, she ain't gonna be looking like that when I get back.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all hopefully it's all melted by then, huh?
Yeah, he's been
Well,
starting
I
his
mean,
car.
yeah, I've been starting it, so hopefully it's gonna be alright.
Oh, okay. Dope, man. It's all right.
Yo, so, you know, other than that, man, like explain to the people, like, what have you done? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you personally. I know, like, you record. You know how to edit. You know how to do all that stuff. So, like, any projects that you have done. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I put together a mixtape with my brother. What is his name again? Kutaj the Great. We got a new mixtape coming out now, actually. It's called All Bars Necessary. You know what I'm saying? That was like the last joint I think I did, mostly on the hip hop side of things with an artist. You know what I'm saying? We dropped that. Then I have another artist that I work with. That's my brother. I mix and master all of his songs, Saint Ivan the Terrible. You know what I'm saying? Then another brother named Alicia. There's a couple of people, artists that I deal with in New York.
No, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Because
So I'm a DJ and an audio engineer besides that.
Yeah, and that's the dope thing about DJing, and then it really comes out too at NAMM that everyone's into so much more other than just the DJing aspect, you know?
Yes, indeed.
yo, he be up in here. He be doing his thing, man. Man, he also, but nah, son, you gotta do that again, son. Yo, you almost got it, son. Oh, there it is, son. I'm like, yo, this is one shot, bro. Be on it, B. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
we was juggling, playing around, and he was doing something. I was just like, yo, stop being so rough and just catch it. And he's just like rushing. And I'm like, let me get over there. Let me show you. Then he's like, all right, now let's switch. And I'm like, you're still rushing. Take your time.
nah, then I got it, man. I nailed it, son. And I was like, what's up now, son?
And
He
then
was
I
like,
said, let's go on 45. And then he's like, nah. But
He
this
said,
one,
let's go on 45.
yeah. He wanted to do the 45.
He was like, nah,
He training, son.
He was like, this
He
one
training.
go. That something was wrong with the pitch, and then shit just cut off after that.
Oh yeah, because
I wonder why.
The laptop.
Why would it just cut
The
off? though?
laptop wasn't plugged in, son. It was not plugged in, and it
Is that
died.
why? Is that why?
You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it kept on going.
Not any other reason.
You see why you bringing up old shit though, son?
I'm just making.
Why you bringing up old shit
Look,
though, son?
Gemini, anything can happen, and anything will happen when it comes to you.
All I gotta, here we go. All I gotta say to anybody out there, do not. I updated Tahoe on my shit, and if you run in Serato Pro, yo, like with my case, it started crashing on every song I uploaded. So yeah, just take your time. Don't upload. I thought I was doing the right thing, B.
Bro,
Listen, this is a note to everybody. So if you updated your joint to Tahoe right now and you're having issues and it's crashing, go grab another version of Serato, which I think is what, 2.55?
Yeah, 2.55.
It works perfectly on his joint. You ain't gonna have no stems. So if you're relying on stems for your transitions, then you just gotta, I don't know what to tell you. Just take it old school and drop the bass like you should.
That's why I didn't care. I didn't care because I got acapellas in my laptop. So
yeah, you actually do have a lot of acapellas.
yeah, I got a lot of that's my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like One Shot. We just heard one of his mixtapes too. He did one. You know, and he's got a drop that says the what is it? The most hated blend DJ there is, or some shit.
Most
you know
hated
what I'm
blend
saying?
DJ. Period.
Period.
Hey, it's crazy because I just met you and I already hate you.
That's a good one.
Oh shit.
Nah, hey, that's dope though, because I mean, I'm always particular of blends, and then hearing someone do a good blend and everything. But I have been hearing, because of the fucking adaptation of fucking stems, a lot of people are getting fucking over them. They're not feeling it no more.
Really?
Yeah, that's what. But I mean, I don't think it's normal ones. I think it's like people trying to do like Red Hot Chili Peppers with like Metallica and be like, yeah, check my shit out. Like I know there's a couple people on TikTok that they're, oh my God, what the hell are you doing? I'm here. Videos pop up and I'm like, why did you even think to put that together?
You know what's crazy about the whole situation, man, is that anybody could put 2 songs together. You know what I mean? And especially when you got sync, you got AI helping you and all that shit. Anybody could do that, but the only problem is that does it fit in his pockets? Does it make sense?
Exactly.
Like they don't understand that part. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why even try it? Just because it goes together doesn't mean it really goes together. If you get me, you feel me? Yeah. So it's like
just because it's the same tempo doesn't mean all right that works.
And then furthermore, it's like why you going? There's a lot of DJs out there that saying they're the blend king, they blend this, blend that. He's like, no, you're not. You know, because I come back, we could bring it back, like to where we brought the singles, so we get the acapella, the instrumental, dirt version, clean version, and the way we had to flip it, a way where, you know, one song is playing. Well, me personally, one song is playing, I match up the beat, I remember the numbers on the pitch fader and all that stuff. Then I'll come in with the acapella and then just drop the beat, come in with another beat, you know. Yeah. So it's like I will have everything already mapped out. They don't know nothing about that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's funny too because when we used to do it with records, it was one thing to go through the record and then have to have the other record ready and then get that one on beat and then do it all quick because you're gonna lose the crowd. You know what I mean? They're not gonna be down with just hearing the acapella. They're gonna want something else in there. And then now you can actually do that same thing, but because it's Serato, it's just a click of a button, click of a button. It's not that difficult.
Right.
It might be difficult to find every single acapella, but it's not that difficult to make that happen. But now with stems, it is fun, but a lot of them stems are kind of tingy.
Yeah, it is.
On your blends, one shot. Like, what are you doing as far as that? Are you relying on stems? Are you relying still on acapellas?
Well, I don't want to tell people the cheat code, but I'm an audio engineer, so I have access to different engineers who work on real people's records. So it's a phone call more so than me digging through a crate for a specific joint. It's like if I know this person did this Stevie Wonder record, and that the person's alive, or whoever helped them on the record, I could reach out to that person and be like, yo, by the way, you have the acapella to that? Yo, yeah, I got you one shot. You need it? Yeah, they're sending me out. They sent it to me. So I have the WAV file, and I just bounce it down as an MP3 for myself. But I have a lot of acapellas. That's why I don't really share acapella files. Yeah. I share instrumentals and things like that with close people. Like, say, if you needed something or Gemini needed something, it's different. But I don't really, out of a group of selected people, I don't share music. Yeah. Because it's just like, why would you give somebody else your ammunition? It's like, if you got a gun, I'm not going to give you bullets. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you're trying to shoot me. Not doing that. So you bought your gun, you got to get your own ammunition. Just like DJing with records, you covered the record, you scratched out the name. You ain't want nobody to know what you're playing. If you digging for records, you got to find your own gems. This day and age is like, yo, take my whole hard drive. Granted, you got people, I'm not even going to go the TikTok route because I don't want to seem like I'm dissing people on TikTok or whatever, but you have people that have a shitload of music in their library. Computer could hold infinity amount of music. So you got 20,000, let's say 100,000 songs. That don't mean you know how to use them. That just means you have access to them. So now when it comes to a party sense or whatever, it's like you don't know what to play because you don't know these records. You didn't take the time to get intimate with the record and play it and listen to it and be like, well, that's trash, I'm not using it. Or I just need the instrumental. You ain't go through that. So when you selecting records, you just picking them because it's popular, somebody else played it, and you figure you're gonna get the same crowd reaction. No, you gotta add your seasoning to it. It's like you go to the supermarket and you buy some chicken. You can't just fry it like that. You gotta have something on it. So you gotta figure out what you're gonna do.
Yeah, makes a point, bro.
It does, and I like that you brought up the whole like you can have access to this music because there's things that I'm not dissing them or anything, but I know what's the name of that thing that I keep getting the stupid ad on Instagram all the time.
Copyrights?
Where they help you fix your library and all that stuff.
Crate hackers.
Yeah, crate hackers, and I know, like I seen an ad for it, and they were like, "Yo, we'll help you streamline your music," and then like the girl's like showing like her R&B library, but like to me, it's already kind of bad and I know that this sounds bad saying this, but it goes back to that, like, having that relationship with the record store in order to get the records, and that's why you get booked, because you have certain songs that people don't have. And then nowadays, everyone just can get the MP3 right away. And then you get a service like Crate Hackers. Now everyone's library is kind of like set up the same. So when you press BPM, I mean, everything's kind of in the same, like, you know what I mean? Like, anyone can have their song library in the same order as me, BPM wise. But just like you said, the chicken's not going to be seasoned in the same exact way that I'm going to do it, because I'm going to do it my way, you know? But it just sucks that there is a lot of like hard drives and libraries that are cloned now because of like services like that, you know?
I mean, Crate Hackers, from what I understand, somebody was telling me, because, you know, I know people that I teach students, by the way, and some of them be like, oh, well, you know, you don't give me no music, and I'm like, I want you to get your own music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You start with your library that you know, so these are records you're comfortable with. These are records that'll be easier for you to mix. If I give you something, you really don't know what you're looking for. You just going through a whole bunch of stuff, and that shit can take you forever to figure out. Oh, well, I like this R&B song, and you picked out one song out of 1,000. You're gonna be doing that forever, trying to build your library like that. So I get intimate with your music. Know what you like to listen to and start with what you like to listen to and build it off of that. Crate Hackers, from what I understand, is if you already have certain records, it gives you alternative records that you may not have. So it scans your whole crate, and then it tells you, like, so let's say it's Tupac, Toss It Up. It'll tell you, well, Ambitious as a Rider can go with that, or Blow the Whistle can go with that, or it could be, it gives you songs that saying that you should have these in your crate. So now you'll go download them, or you could download them from Crate Hackers, and it'll just fall, I guess, into where it needs to be. But to me, I don't know. Maybe it's just my DJing style is unorthodox. I don't play records in order. I go to a club, I don't know what I'm playing. Everybody for the years I've been doing this, and even when growing up, they were, how you know what to play? I don't. I look at the crowd and I just play a record. However they react to the record, I just keep going. I don't have a system of, like, I'm gonna start off with this record to warm. Like, people like, oh, I got a warm up set. I don't have a warm up set. I don't even know how to create that shit, to be honest with you. I don't have none of them pre-made crates. Everything I've ever done is always freestyling when I play music. That's how I don't know which era I'm going to. I don't, like, my crates are not even set up by era. They're set up by hip hop, R&B, reggae, reggaeton, reggae rhythms, because it's different. Then I got another crate that's like reggae for juggler. It's broken down. I understand my crate. My record crates are the same way. I don't have them by genre. People like, oh, you don't. So how you know if you playing a 2000s record? If you was DJing for that time, you should know the records that was hits in the 2000s. You don't need the fucking date to tell you that. Oh, this is a 2010 record because you're doing a 2000 and let's say from 2000 to 2015 party. So you're gonna play everything in that pocket, but now you missing fillers. You can't just rock a party with just hits all the time. Nobody's gonna dance to them shits like that back to back. You gotta give that shit some breathing room. But
especially at a bar,
Exactly.
It's about the bar making money too. People gotta buy drinks.
Well, and you gotta rotate the floor. That's how I always looked at it when I was doing clubs. I shuffle the floor. So looking at the crowd, the demographic of the people, I'm gonna play something that's gonna have the people on the dance floor dancing. Then I'm gonna shuffle them and play some shit that they don't want to hear. So the people that's on the bar, they could get a chance to get on the dance floor. So you gotta shuffle the floor. That's something I've learned through the years of DJing. You know what I'm saying? It's not something I can teach somebody how to do. I can't even say you have to watch somebody do it. You just have to be in that mind space and try to figure out how can I give everybody a dose of something to where they all happy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't come to a spot to dance. Everybody don't come to a spot to drink. Some people come there to chill. Some people come there to socialize. So with all them different elements in mind and crowds of different people, you got to play something sometimes that's just tasteful so people can just listen and talk. Then at a certain time, you turn it up a little bit. Then another certain time, you bring it down. It's a method to this madness, but you just got to figure out your own potion.
It's just like reading the crowd. That's how we all do it. We read the crowd. We make sure everything's good. And then going back to like you giving your crates out and all that stuff, I think is a beneficial thing not to give it to them so they could do their digging themselves.
Yeah, don't.
And that way, when they be like, oh, you know what, I know this song now because I searched for it. I got it. You know what I'm saying? And then it goes, and then it falls into play into like if you want to do gigs, whatever kind of gigs you into and shit, you got to learn how to utilize the tracks that you got to make the party happen. And if you don't know how to read it, then you're not going to be successful in it. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with that.
Because it's just like, for instance, when he was playing at the battle spot, you got other like I don't know, so I can't really say it like that. But you have other DJs who can play records and it's not the same vibe. They'll play the records and you just sitting there listening to it. Then he gets on and he's playing records and it could be boom bap shit, but now you bopping your head because he's playing it with a certain kind of rhythm. Which is his inner rhythm, you know what I'm saying? That comes from the Most High or however he feels it. It's a feeling. If you don't feel the music that you playing, nobody's going to vibe with you either. So you can't just be playing records and just throwing them on like, oh, this shit is dope, so people going to rock. It don't work that way. You gotta give your energy through that record to the people.
Because they feel it, man. Like when he was doing his thing at Vibe Ultra Lounge, you know, he gets into it. You could feel his energy.
Exactly.
You know, and he's vibing out to it. He's enjoying what he's doing.
Exactly.
So in return, it's going to reciprocate to the people that's on the dance floor who's looking at him and doing his thing. You know, and I feel that 100%. I can't stand when I go to a spot, and I'm not naming no DJs in particular, but sometimes I go to a spot and the DJ's stiff and he's not bobbing and he's just
playing records.
And I'm like, yo, son, like the vibe is just not there.
Yeah.
And when I see DJs like that,
people don't notice that, but
I ask them realistically, I'm like, do you like DJing or you hate, or is this a job that you just doing because it's simple money?
Just for the bread?
You know what I mean? And sometimes they don't have an answer. Sometimes they just say, oh, I'm having a bad day. Then why you came to work? That's how I look at it. Treat it like it's a real job. You having a bad day, don't come to work. Your other co-workers don't want to deal with your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If so now you come to work with your bullshit, now look at the crowd.
Yeah.
Now you got to deal with the person who owned the spot. It's like, yo, what happened?
Yeah.
You had a bad night. You should have stayed home. We could have hired somebody else. You're not going to lose your spot.
If a DJ is like that, man, that's guaranteed. A person like, yo, you know what? Give me $50 and some beer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
DJs are a problem too.
What you have though, you have microwave DJs nowadays is what I like to call it, because everything is fresh out the microwave. You get a mixer that got all this shit on it already. You know what I'm saying? You could, instead of you fucking even using your laptop, now you can just scroll for the song. You know what I'm saying? They making shit so simple to a DJ that's used to really doing shit. It's like you taking that shit away from him. So you making him become a person that's like, that don't have nothing to do. It's like, oh, I just press a button and sit on my ass now.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? It's like
that's the thing. You
kind
have
of
to
take
be
it
active.
away. Exactly. Now, some people get comfortable with that shit. Like, I was telling one of my students the other day, I'm like, you looking at the screen, how I'm gonna teach you how to beat juggle. You need hand-eye coordination. If you're looking at the screen and you spinning this record back, you done knocked the needle the fuck off. Because you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention to your mark. So realistically, you got headphones on your ear for what reason now? Because if you viewing the wave file, you don't need to be having your headphones on because you don't need to hear it if you can see it. But then that becomes a problem too. And the most thing that's hard to teach a student is teaching students who don't have rhythm. It's not about, you can count bars all you want. If you can't dance, right? You can't dance. Now, the dance teacher be like, well, we gotta find your rhythm. If you ain't got no rhythm, the dance teacher can't even help you dance. You can manipulate and copy what somebody just showed you, but you cannot create it and follow it on your own. So you're kind of lost. If you don't have, like you just said, if you don't have rhythm, you can't mix. That's one thing that people don't seem to understand. They just figure, oh, well, if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, as you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and you try to drop the record, that and space is where the record goes. You done missed your mark because you're dropping it on the 4 and it's wrong.
Yeah. There it is. Hey, speaking of dropping it, we're going to drop this just for a second. We're going to put the microwave DJs in the microwave for like 2 minutes. We're going to take a break, pay some bills, but Tables4Two coming back with One Shot Deal all the way from New York, hanging out in California with us. I'm not going to tell you where it's at because I know you can try to find us. I don't know. we were talking about some promos where, everyone trying to get on. It's dope. Hey, we're live from the new studio, Gemini.
That's right. Right here.
Same.
Secret locations.
Yeah.
Secret.
Tables for two.
Tables for two.
2, 3, 4.
A few moments later.
Man, I hope you got that, man.
I hope he got him.
Yeah.
Oh, he did fuck you. Oh, shit. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
They got him.
Oh, shit. Come on, what'd you get, yo? What'd you get? What you got? Let me see, yo. Damn, let me see. Come on. Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
Man, oh, man. Come on, man. So which one you got, yo? Come on.
Jerry,
Come
what
on,
you got?
yo. Don't be bashful,
Yo,
homie. Come on,
Jerry,
don't
what
be
you get?
bashful.
What you got,
Yo,
Jerry?
come on, homie. Which one you get? Yo, let me
Yo,
see.
which
Come
one
on.
you get?
Don't be
Jerry.
scared, bro. Just do it. Just do that
Uh-oh.
shit. Just fucking do that shit, homie.
What the fuck is up? Warning. Every chewy bite is scientifically unproven to activate the part of your brain responsible for formulating scratch samples out of thin air. Side effects may include spontaneous air scratches, the uncontrollable urge to say fresh in everyday conversations, and the illusion that your cut game is actually improving.
Yo, we are back.
We are Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
After the commercial, you know what I'm saying? After the commercial, you know, one shot deal. I gotta let you know, man. He's got these patterns and shit.
Oh,
you know,
snap.
he's got these patterns. He don't have his laptop hooked up. You know what I'm saying? But you know, future reference. You know, just so the viewers will know. Whoever we have, they're gonna do like a little demonstration or something, and then we're gonna go into the interview, and it's gonna be popping, man.
Oh, hey, I'm telling you, bro. So you were talking about he has these patterns, and then before the break, you were talking about how technology nowadays, and I get it. We got to embrace the laptops. We got to embrace all these mixers, but the mixers and these companies that are making this software, they're starting to do things in a way where it's taking the activeness off of the DJ. Like the DJ now thinks, oh, I could just push a button and it's good. I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to learn that. Something that I just saw, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of being a little bit of a hater on Instagram because I like to talk shit. But I did preference it as hater comment, and then said what I wanted to say. So I wanted everyone to know, like, I understand that I'm sounding like a hater right now. Yeah. But it was a guy that I know, DJ Matt. Shout out to my battle brother. He was in the Twitch battle with me. And he was giving a breakdown of the beat jump function. So if you have instant doubles on Serato, you go instant doubles, press beat jump, half a jump, and then now the song's ready to do the doom doom da da doom doom da da. So you don't have to throw it. And then you can also do a quarter jump, and then it's out. But so, like, like I said, I was being a hater, and I said that really takes off the skill of the DJ doing it. You should just learn how to do it the right way. I also brought up the fact that I don't like the transform thing, and you could just go like this, and now you're like two clicking, and you know what I mean? Like, to me,
that's without the fader though.
That's without the fader. Like you just flick the switch on, and then now it's already doing the
go back and forth,
and you just go like this, and it's on the record.
That's a button on.
You know how you switch like echo, phase, and all that stuff? There's one that says transform, and then you pick the tempo of it, and it'll just cut the record off. So it's already doing like this.
You just gotta move the hand motion.
And you just move the hand motion, and it's gonna start going.
No fader use.
That shit is corny though.
Yeah, no fader use.
Jem said that someone doing that, it's like taking the soul out of DJing. Yeah. So going back to what you were saying, like how do you feel about it? Especially because I mean, you said you be teaching some of the youth and maybe some adults.
How do
you feel about that?
I'm old school to the core. And a lot of people don't like me because I'm just upfront and I'm straightforward. For instance, myself, right? I have a Rain 56. If you go back on my Instagram, you will see I had that mixer all through when the S9 came out, to the S11 when it came out, even the Rain 70, the 72, the Rain 62, all these different things that had all these different shit on. I had a basic standard mixer with no bells, no whistles. And I rocked with that shit like it was the world. The only reason why I updated my mixer was because technology was changing And my laptop, I was using Scratch Live, period. I had Serato DJ on my laptop as well, but it wouldn't work with certain devices. So I was just like, nah, let me change my joint. You get familiar with it. So I love Rain from back in the day. I don't like Rain now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hater. I know you got this shit, baby. I'm just saying, Pioneer sold me.
No,
you
that's
know what I'm
all
saying? I bought a S11.
Jewlz in the side table. Yeah, our engineer Jewlz is saying he likes
is
it
in the
now.
corner over there. Yeah.
I bought a S11.
Okay.
I used it a couple of times, and at first I was against it because I love my 56 so much, and a person would be like, well, that's a bullshit ass mixer. You bullshitting me. That shit got the best sound I've ever heard. It's loud, it's crispy, it's punchy, it has its own soul to it. These shits is lifeless. There's no soul to the sound. This shit is a digital sound that's like, it has nothing to it. It don't have no warmth. As an engineer who deal with music, this shit don't have that type of warmth. It's good, it's quality, it's loud, it's clear, but it don't have the same warmth that I can get from my old school Rain. And I compared that to the newer school Rains. It's the same shit. These shits don't have, the soul is out of them. You know what I'm saying? So I changed my joint because I was literally tired of seeing motherfuckers keep pressing buttons and cheating. So I was like, okay, I'm a cheat doing the same thing, but I'm gonna cheat using it the way it's supposed to be used because I already know how to go back and forth and juggle. So I'm gonna use it to triple or quadruple what the fuck I'm doing and still catch it using this, like similar to what Hot K Swift be doing. And most people don't understand how he's able to do it is because he knows how to do it regularly. So the little spaces that he can't catch, why not implement the button? So now you get the haters that's like, oh, that motherfucker cheating. No, he knows how to do it the real way, but you just can't catch up to him because it takes a lot to implement just a finger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he has his own cheat code of that. And then even when it comes to blending, like, I was in a competition and I know a lot of blend DJs and they be cheating. Once I got that S11 mixer, I understood from the beginning. Me and my homeboy Level Kev was sitting down talking, and we both was listening. I'm like, yo, either dudes just doing pre-recorded mixes, or they got this shit lined up, or they going home and editing this shit on whatever software, Ableton or whatever, and they coming outside playing with these records already built. They songs already set. Realistically, there's no way you could change all these fucking beats and all these acapellas in a fucking like a couple of seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's impossible. Even with real records, you're not doing that. We did it with real records back in the days, but guess what we had? A 4-track, a multi-recorder. So we could layer the shits differently. Doing that shit on a computer straight out with just tables ain't happening. So I said, yo, I got the S11. He's like, how you like it? I said, yo, this shit is a cheat code and it's a genius. Like whoever the fuck, I know Jazzy just had something to do with it, but he ain't intended to be used the way it is. But that mixer allows you to do so much shit that the average person wouldn't even think about probably even doing it if they bought it because they probably don't know. When you know old school shit and you are advanced with technology as well, that shit can become your best friend. To somebody else, it's their threat and worst enemy. That mixer allows you to have 4 decks even though it's a 2-channel. You can sync 2 shits together. You can have an acapella on this record and the beat at the same time and scratch the shit. And it plays as one, right? Now you got your regular sampler, but then you got your scratch bank sample. You could put a whole fucking record in there and cue point them. So I can have fucking, let's say Group Home, Living Proof here. I can have Suspended in Time on this one. I can have Annie Up on this one. I got all these different paths with all these different beats. All I'm doing is just on one side, I'm just scrolling through acapellas real quick. Tap the scratch bank, you don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I scratch an acapella, boom, I press this pad, the beat is there. I scratch another acapella and manipulate a little bit, boom, and it's like, how the fuck are you doing all this shit? And I sat down, I say, oh, these motherfuckers is really cheating like they really that smart. And they not. Because once you break it down, it's like, that's not blending though. Let me see you take 2 records and make them shit stay together. Keep them.
Well, that's the problem right there. The majority of motherfuckers can't do that.
You know what I'm saying? Keep it that way.
Yeah.
Or they might have it flipped. They might have it on the wrong bar or something.
Yeah, I think when I hear a mashup or a blend and then they don't throw it like cause you know like some rappers when they first start going, or even singers, like that first sound they make isn't on the one, like it's sometimes in between the 4 and the 1, or it had to get dropped on that 4 before the 1, and they just drop it on the 1 and it's like it's on beat,
but it's still off.
but it's just like, oh, you're hurting my brain right now.
That's when
You're
I
hurting
tell
my brain.
that's when I tell people, like, that's when I bring up the sync button. I'm like, it's not in sync. You can press sync and it brings you to the same BPM.
Yeah.
It doesn't match the fucking record up together as a mix. Doesn't do that. It just brings you to the same speed. Now, if you drop it wrong, it's off.
Yeah.
Even
still
though
off.
it's on the same speed,
Yeah.
which people don't seem to understand.
The 1 needs to be on the 1, the 2 on the 2, the 3 on. Don't be dropping the 1 on the 3, and all the snares are hitting the same. No, man. Even too, like, I think what people miss a lot about being a DJ is that there's a lot of mathematics that go into being a DJ, whether you're scratching or just mixing songs. There's a lot going on. Like, there's a reason why, like people. There's a lot of DJs that don't understand. They say they don't understand bars, but then they understand that they have an 8-bar intro of a song. Like, so you know what bars are, you're just not paying attention. And then everyone wants to say, well, what am I supposed to be doing? Counting the whole time I'm listening to the song? Like, no, it's like, it's a feeling. You should just know, because us, when we were learning on records, you had one shot to do one thing, and you couldn't change the time. There was no like, oh shit, the song's gonna end, let me get a 4-bar loop. There was none of that. Let me just take the words out. Now I got an instrumental.
Nope.
Like, there was none of that. It's just you have the song. You need to know every part of that song, because sometimes, like we talked about it before, the chorus won't be 8 bars. It'll be a 4-bar half chorus.
Yep.
So now, like, if you didn't pull it out, now the second verse is starting, and now you got both these songs playing.
Yeah, but you see, like with me, I like to. Are we talking about like records? Are we doing it on records? Or are we talking about like on the,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, people, if you straight up, if you know your MP3 as well as you would know a record, and you DJ period,
so
that way,
yeah, that's the
you'll
point.
be on
So
it.
you know, that's when I would use my cue points. If
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Like nowadays, yeah, like that could save you,
Right,
That
right.
could save you, because you could jump back to the beginning instrumental, and then like
I have it
in
lined up to where you know everything could fit in its pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like some people don't know where, even with the pocket, where is that?
That's what I'm saying, and but even having to go back to that one while the other beat is still playing, there's math in there.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? It's math, it's timing, like you were saying. It's your vibe, it's your feeling, it's part of that dance. You know what I mean? And like a lot of times people don't realize that, and then that's what sets someone apart. That like, oh man, that person's having fun doing what they're doing, so I'm having more fun doing it because I see how much fun they're having, versus someone that's just sitting there like, well, it's on beat.
Like I was telling one of my students something, and it sounds unorthodox, because they was like, well, how do you know how to blend so good? Like, what did you practice, or who did you listen to, or whatever? And I said, I listen to music a lot. I didn't listen when I knew how to blend. It wasn't a trial and error thing. I knew how to do it off jump. It was just like naturally. And I'm saying, teaching it, I didn't know it was gonna be this difficult, because I come to realize that people don't have rhythm. I have it. You guys have it, but that's not something that everybody's born with. Some people, even when you look at a person walking the street, and they be like, oh, he's walking with a bop. No, he's walking to his own rhythm. It's not a bop. That's the way he walks. That walk is a part of him. Now, you look at some DJs that DJ, and they bop, or they do a certain kind of lean, or they may kick their leg or whatever. That's part of them. That's their rhythm. That's they, you know what I'm saying? Now, you see a DJ who's stiff and don't do none of that shit. Guess what? They sound just like how they are, stiff, in a straight line.
Square.
Yeah, basically.
Square.
Yeah, you can't be tense. This is not something I know. Even when I'm with the pros, that's what they all tell me. Like, oh, bro, you're stiff. Like, don't like you're all tense. We could tell. Just like relax. And that just shows too that as long as I've been DJing, there's still things that I understand. Like I need to learn how to do this. Like I want a taser, I want a 3-click flare, I want to do boomerangs. You know what I mean? Like, and like a lot of DJs too, they get stuck in the fact that like I'm good at this already, so I'm already the best because I get booked, and it's like, but you can always be better. You know, it could be juggling, it could be anything. Like patterns on patterns. You know what I mean? Like
this is how I look at it. Just like you're saying, like me and Jen was talking about this earlier, and I was like, I go to the scratch competition like the other day that we had, right, and from last year, and I was talking to my peoples, and I'm just like, yo, I love all DJs that do everything, right? That play records, that can do this, whatever. I said, it's not a distaste, but it's like, okay, you can scratch your ass off. I got you, right? What else can you do besides that? Do you know how to play records though?
Yeah.
Because if I take you to a club, like, yo, go hold me down. You can't sit there and fucking do scratch music and you're gonna fuck up my whole floor.
Not gonna go down.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to tell you, like, yo, just drop this record when it needs to be dropped, and that's the part that I should be back.
That's why, like, if you talk to like a lot of the DJs, like especially in my crew or in all the other crews that are there, they specifically say, "Oh, we're scratch DJs." They don't even say I'm a DJ. They I'm a scratch DJ. That way, you know off the rip, like, no,
that's all I'm doing.
I'm not doing your daughter's 9th birthday. I'm not doing none of that. That's why, honestly, they call me because they're like, "Hey, bro, well, dude, you could do this." Like, I know, like shout out to Dan One. He already booked me for a bunch of his family parties. You know what I mean? I tried to DJ at Lotus Party, but my laptop was not laptopping. Have you ever had this happen? It was so funny because I hooked up to his mixer. He had one of the Pioneers, I think it was S11, and I hooked up. I had the drivers, made sure everything. I hooked it up, and you know how when you hook it up, it shows you the turntables, right? And then it says like the BPM and the time and all that. No, that shit was blank. Like, and it just wouldn't come up. Didn't matter what I did, it would not come up. And so I didn't get to DJ.
and that's another downside to technology. Yeah, it's just like I was saying, telling Gemini and a few of my other people, they was like, yo, what you think about the new Rain 1? I'm like, it's cool, it's a standalone joint, it's official, but truth be told, if one thing goes wrong with that shit, is out the window.
Yeah, if you have an issue, there's what do you have as a backup?
And I tell everybody all the time, they can hate me. I don't care. My name says it all. You know what I mean? You can hate me. I don't care. I will always stick to my Technique 1200s. I don't give a fuck what mixer it is. You know what I mean? As long as I can play music, I'm good. That's why I never bought Phase. I don't want to turn my fucking 1200s into a fucking controller. If that was the case, I'd have bought the Rain 12s. It's that simple. I got turntables to play fucking records, and the game changed, and I didn't sell none of my records. I still got every fucking record to this day. If a person's like, yo, I want you to do a vinyl party, I can do it. Ain't gonna be no up-to-date shit, because I'm not going to buy this music that's out now. But,
I know. I've had people tell me the same thing, like, oh, can you do an all-vinyl set? And I was like, what do you want to hear?
Exactly. Depending on what it is, I got you.
Yeah, if you want to, not go past like 2003, we could rock.
Exactly. Because my cutoff was probably like, well, actually, I don't know. It's when the label stopped sending me actual boxes of vinyl, and they just started sending me, emailing to me like MP3s, like, this is what we
email links,
all the way. So now it's this. But I love technology. It's a gift and a curse, but I tell people to rely on the essence of it. Learn the root movements. Learn what you need to learn first, the fundamentals, from a baby scratch on up, and take it from there. You know what I'm saying? Then, like you said, you got fucking 4-click flares, 3-click flares, combo shit. That shit is just a lot of hand control. And if you stiff, like you said, that shit is not gonna happen.
Shit, I think we got a long way to go for all that, bro.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to get there. Trust me, I'm practicing, but
I keep it a buck. I tell everybody the same shit. Certain things I know I'm just not probably destined to do, and I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I'm good at what the fuck I can do.
Yeah, the good thing about DJing, there's so many different lanes. There's so many different lanes, and there's a slice of the pie for everyone.
Exactly. I love scratching. I love scratches. You know what I mean? They keep me intrigued. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, my thing is, I try to take all that shit and put it in one pot of gumbo. You know what I mean? So it's like if I'm around some scratchers, I'm around some jugglers, I'm around some whatever. I'm the dude that's like, yo, fuck all the scratching for hours and hours. Let's play some records and get busy. Let me see you freestyle a set and do everything. You know what I mean? Let me see where your limits are. Cause I can show you mine. But I want to see what your limits are because this is limitless.
Yeah.
DJing has a beginning, but it has no ending. That shit ends when you decide to give it up or walk away. But people that want to elevate, like if you get a younger kid and you know how to, for instance, perfect fucking example is K-Swiss. He's a turntablist. He can scratch. He may not be, I don't know, crazy so much on that end, but he can scratch and get busy and hang with the best of them. But he can do everything and rock a party at the same time.
Yeah.
That is something that when I look at him, I look at myself and I'm like, I made it. Those are the DJs I like to see because they elevate in everything. They're not just staying in one element and saying, well, fuck it, I'm just going to do this and whatever. And it's cool. I don't knock nobody, but I'm just like, yo, test yourself.
Yeah.
Don't just stay there. Because I test myself. I'm like, yo, fuck that. Beat juggling is confusing, but it's not. It's confusing because you don't want to learn it.
It's those patterns.
If you know how to backspin or whatever, in the patterns is basic. Like, okay, let's say you do a backspin. Cool, you get that down pat. You add a tap pause to it, you change your backspin now. Every little thing that you do, you just creating your own fucking pattern. There's a root movement to it, but then after that, it's out the window. Once you learn, you can do what the fuck you want with it. It's just like scratching. I like stabs. I like transforming. I like crabs. I like a little bit of everything. Some things I don't know the fucking names to. You know what I mean? Somebody was like, oh shit, you're doing a so-and-so. And I'm like, the fuck is that? Go do it again. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know I had a name.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up on names. I grew up on getting busy. And the Bronx was about, yo, do your thing or we taking your equipment.
And
we're gonna give it to somebody else that deserves this shit because you suck.
Yes.
So it wasn't about like people thinking it's like people like, oh, well, let's battle. What are we battling for? We battling you giving up something.
Yo, back in the days when you say battling, you battling what? What, you giving me your tape deck, son?
Exactly. You giving up something.
That's
so it's
for
like,
real. Like you bring your tape deck.
Fucking racing for fucking pink slips over here.
Yes, I mean literally it was. I done seen dudes battle and they lost their 1200s. You know what I'm saying? I done seen dudes battle and they lost their whole sound system.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact
over here, bro.
No, that's
what
a fact.
The hell?
That's a fact. Yeah.
I can tell you in Webster Projects, there's been many a times I seen people battle and walk away with nothing. Came outside with birthday speakers and all that shit. Lost. Nigga had the truck to take your shit away and his.
Damn. Not the birthers, huh?
Remember when we had that one episode? I said, "Yo, they take the extension cord, they running out the front window
to the light post,
or whatnot, hook up. They would do shit like that, bro.
They did all that. Like, and it's a lot of it's like what I love about
it's hip hop, son.
Yeah, in a nutshell, what I love about coming out to the West Coast, like I said, when I used to stay in Oceanside with my cousins and things like that, you know, I got heavy into BMX bikes and I still was DJing. I just like the versatility. You know what I'm saying? The mixed master mics, the Q-Berts and shit like that. I love seeing them dudes get busy. And I used to, and like I used to tell Jim, there was nobody to sit you down and give you insight on breaking shit down. Like, yo, I'm gonna show you how I do this beat juggle pattern. I'm gonna break it down to you step by step. And then after I break it down to you, I want to see what you create on your own with these patterns that I've given you. Nobody does that. It's like we in a crew. My crew knows the shit. I'm not teaching that shit to an outsider for what?
Yeah. And that's why it's dope too. Nowadays, you have dudes like Rob Swift. He's like started his school, like where we were at today, the Beatjunkies school. You could go there. You can learn from Babu, Rhythmatic, Mr. Chalk. Like they're teaching these young kids, Tiny Humans crew. They're always hanging out with this Islo's beast mode. You know what I mean? It's like. It's dope too, because
it is dope because it carries the culture.
Yeah, because it's just gonna die. It's gonna die with us if these kids don't get it.
The only thing I say I do dislike and it's the quote off for like Rob Swift himself is, I hate influences. I don't like them. I don't. Because they're in it for nothing. They're just copycats. They if you can meet an influencer at NAMM and then put him in the scratch shit, and because you see him do something on Instagram or TikTok, you're like, yo, he's fucking dope, and then you get him there live and he can't do shit.
Yeah. Views and likes are their payment.
So it's like, what the fuck happened to all the shit you was doing? Now we booked you for some shit and you sitting there like, oh, what's this knob do? Like dumb shit like that. It's like, what? So all the time you had all this fancy equipment, but the shit was never hooked up. You was just playing somebody else's shit. So you got a ghost. You got a ghostwriter DJ.
Yeah.
You got, oh shit, got a Charlie horse. What the fuck, man?
Oh, is that real?
Yeah.
I thought that was like, yo, we booked this influencer. He showed up and he's like, oh, I can't play. I got a Charlie horse.
Oh fuck! What the fuck?
Charlie horse, son. Yo, you need some water. What's up, son? You need some water.
I had my leg bent up a certain kind of way, and I'm just like, oh shit. Because this is a tight little space, so I'm trying to move, but my leg was like caught over here, and I'm trying to stretch this way. I'm like, shit is not happening.
That's funny. Another DJ too, since you brought up like younger DJs that could rock parties. RC3, that dude.
Yeah,
like,
same thing.
I get excited that he's always showing him rocking like weddings and parties, and he's doing his thing at these places. You know what I mean? Like people are booking him for that, and I think that's dope because what ended up happening, I think like crowds were getting over it because people that weren't good at stuff were doing stuff, and then that's what I think like bars and clubs were getting annoyed with. They were getting annoyed with people. That's why you hear it a lot, like, oh, I'm not into scratching, I don't like the tricks and all that. But that's because you suffered the consequences of hearing someone that was doing some stuff that they probably shouldn't have been doing in the first
Exactly. I say the same thing. Like, oh, I don't like scratching because you haven't heard it done correctly. You don't like beat juggling because you haven't heard it done correctly. You go into a club and you're hearing somebody try to experiment right now live on the set. Why are you doing that when there's people here? This is one rule I live by. If you're having a gig and you're rocking at a spot, do what you know. Just do what you know. What you don't know, this ain't the time to fucking try to do that. You go to an open decks event, fuck it. Try whatever the fuck you want to try, because there's somebody there that can teach you and put you on the right path. But if you got a gig, don't sit there and do some shit that you seen somebody do and you can't do it and you just trying to, don't do that. Don't embarrass yourself.
Yeah, stick to what you know, highlight the good things, and, you know?
Yeah, but he's not the first. He's not the first one that actually says something like that.
No,
you know
I think that's
it's the standard. It goes back to when when you was like, yo, had I known learning how to scratch on a knob, you remember from back then when I got booed?
Oh yeah.
When I was coming up,
Gemini was over here trying to
I tried that. I tried that
on a rotary
and it didn't work. It didn't work when I was first coming up in this DJ game, right? I make a long story short, I got invited to DJ a party to be one of the guests. I got there, I got booed. Thought I was just scratch on this thing. It was a knob. It was
you had a Yuri.
Yeah, and I was just in that time all I knew was chirps and transforms. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, of course that happened.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. So speaking of
that's
Yuri,
because I was trying some shit that I didn't know, and I just got messed up.
Speaking of that
on
mixer, right? I had got booked to play. It was a Nina Sky party or after party. I don't know. I know it was me, DJ Yoshi, and a few other DJs. But me and Yoshi is tight. That's my dude. He live in Jersey. He's a beast. He's nice. Like he be chilling now, but he gets busy. If somebody was to call him out, he gonna give you a real run for your money. You'll be shocked. So the spot had a Yuri. And then it had the fucking turntables on fucking rubber bands, right? Who knew? So it's floating all over the fucking place. So you had one person that was actually holding the fucking turntables while he was scratching.
Wow.
Because if you put pressure on him, he was going all over the place.
Oh man.
That shit was bad alone. And then we all had to use the Yuri mix, and it was like, yo, this shit doesn't have a crossfader. Most of the time there's a Yuri, but sometimes it has the crossfader. You know, Rain has that version. This spot didn't have that. So a lot of DJs was like, oh, how the fuck am I playing on this shit? You know what I mean? So I figured it out just from watching. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, I could play fucking with the up and down, so I could just turn the shit up and fade it out.
Fade it out.
Now, Yoshi was fucking nice on that. That nigga, he was cutting with the knobs and all. Like I was just like, what the fuck? This nigga from a different world. But that's because he's been DJing for a long time. He probably had, when he probably started, I don't know, but he probably had experience with dealing with that mixer. And which a lot of DJs don't do, which I find myself to do. I will buy shit just to learn how to use it. And then I'll give the shit back to the company, or I'll sell it to somebody, or I'll go to Guitar Center and be like, yo, bought this shit like 3 years ago, it's still brand new. How much y'all gonna give me for it? And that's like one of the best things you can do if you want to be like very diverse in equipment. He got funky on that shit. I was just like, oh shit, that shit is crazy. I did my thing, but I ain't do it like he was doing it. But that shit, we built the barn off of that. You know what I'm saying? We still cool to this day. That's my brother from another mother. So it's like, speaking of that shit, like he was one of the dudes that I seen that tore that shit up, cutting and all that shit.
That's one of those things you got to be able to adapt and compromise when you don't have them. And since you brought up the no crossfader, I don't know if you guys saw this at NAMM, but Pioneer actually released a new mixer. It's a 4-channel mixer. No crossfader.
You talking about the V5? I think
is that what it was called? I don't know what it was called, but it had no crossfader, Gemini.
Yeah, I think it's the DJ.
So what did it have?
4 channels.
It's 4 channels.
That's it.
That's
4
it.
channels, no crossfader.
It's just all ups.
All ups, yeah, and a bunch of knobs. It had internal effects, all the everything else.
So that's like from.
I mean,
that's not for no turntablist.
I mean, I would think. Well, but Pioneer,
some rave shit. You know what I'm saying?
Pioneer does develop a lot of stuff specifically to house and EDM style DJs. I mean, honestly, they buy a lot of equipment. Like that's a big part of the DJ culture.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I mean, look, no one even like wants to like make turntables anymore. No one wants to make moving platters on the controllers. You know what I mean? Like, so even that's how far distance like the hip hop style DJ has become in DJ equipment.
So sooner or later, it's just gonna be your phone.
Nah,
bro,
but you see,
sooner or later, we're just gonna have Neuralink, bro. I'm playing the songs from my mind.
Yeah,
there's no speakers. It's going straight to your head.
Yeah. That's I mean, shit.
They already doing it. They giving you headphones now and shit. They testing it out. They testing you out.
To get them implants through blood transfusions and shit.
Yeah.
You don't even know. But on some other shit, right? Like you was just saying about that. When I look at it's another comparison. I don't know if Gemini was on TikTok one time and they was talking about like house DJs and it was like, oh well, they only use 4-channel mixes and they only use CDJs and then this, that. I'm like, every house head that I know, all they have is Technique 1200s. They may have 4 pairs of them in a Uri knob mixer. They don't give a fuck about no CDJs. Maybe that's the EDM dudes, because that's like a whole different other bracket. But all the real house heads that I know that play records, they have 4 pairs of turntables. And they have a Uri mixer, and they get busy.
Yeah, that's the good thing about house, though. Like, you can play house from like early 2000s, and it knocks just like it.
Oh hell,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then, but that also goes to play with the accessibility of MP3s and people just having like 100,000 songs in their laptop that they're never gonna play because you just downloaded it because it's the newest thing, and that happens a lot with like house and EDM. You know,
house you get to hip hop is wherever it's at right now it's not in a good place. But
I think you're talking about rap.
Well, yeah, rap.
Because rap and hip hop are two different things.
Course,
a lot of rap.
Well, exactly.
Like that.
Hip hop is something you live. You know what I mean? That's your lifestyle. Rapping is just something you do.
You do. Yeah. KRS-One. KRS-One said that.
Oh,
that's because the bridge is over.
The bridge is over. The bridge is over.
But that's how I always looked at music. And when people say, "Oh, yeah, I'm hip hop or whatever," and I could be like, "Well, you can say that, but your fashion tells me otherwise."
How many hoes you got in them jeans?
Mm-hmm. Yo. So you bring the jeans up now, huh?
Hey,
you bring the jeans. Hey, bro. Hey, son. Hey, son.
One shot's the one that said the jeans, bro. You said about the fashion, bro. Hey, I didn't even say it was you. I was blanket
it's all good. You didn't have to say it was me.
A blanket statement.
Yeah, just that look, son. He said it and looked at me and didn't say nothing.
Since we're gonna go there, we're gonna go there. So even with fashion, having holes in your jeans and all of that, in New York City, that was a statement. You had not bikers, but you had different people that was their thing. You know what I mean? Because some places you live, everybody's the same. New York is the I'm not gonna say it's the one place, but growing up before I got to experience the world, New York was one of the most diverse places where you're gonna see everything. You're gonna see people that wear crazy shit, and you're gonna see people that wear just like square pants shit, but their fashion sense is like no other. You could go to any place in the world and you can spot a person from New York just from the way they walk. They outfit
their whole swag, the whole swag, yeah.
Matter of fact, when I was here last year and I was at the scratch joint, it was a girl, and the girl was just like staring at me, but I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And then she came and she was like, "Oh, yo, where are you from?" And I was like, "I'm from New York." She's like, "I knew it." She's like, "You know, you got a rugby on." She's like, all this polo shit, and she was just like, you know, nobody dresses like that out here. And I'm just like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? But I said, I'm from New York. I'm not really. I didn't come here for that aspect. This is just me. You know what I'm saying? But fashion in New York is a big thing, especially if you was into hip hop. There's just certain things you just wouldn't buy because it didn't represent hip hop. But you had to live. You had to live and breathe that. Like, I done wrote graffiti on the train. Like, there's a lot of shit that people just don't understand about hip hop. Period. It's not. You can't pick that shit up and say, "Yo, I'm hip hop." Okay, then what did you do? Yeah. What you been involved with? And you can say, "Oh, I DJ." Nigga, you just a DJ, bro. You ain't do nothing really. Did you ever tag up on the train? Did you ever do this or right?
I think that's a 90s thing though, because before that's how it was. You have to like you better know how to do a little bit of floor shuffle because you got b-boy a little bit. You got some hand styles. Like, can you DJ? Can you? Do you
just all the
know
elements.
How to freestyle? Yeah,
just
you know what I mean. Like, it was all together.
Yeah, and it goes back to DJ full circles. Like I said, as a DJ in my book, I look at the 5 elements. You got to be able to do all of that.
I like that you said 5.
You got to do all that.
5 elements.
Yeah,
you got to do all that. You should be able to be diverse a little bit. You ain't got to be the best.
Yeah. You don't have to be the best at all of them.
A little bit of music.
Just be able to touch.
A little bit of graffiti.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Break dancing.
Yeah.
That's
it. You got a lot of this shit going on, man. But yo, we got a lot with One Shot, man.
Man, that's the. Hey, you know what, One Shot? I'm happy that you came over here. I'm happy that we met you for the second time.
Yeah, I was bougie the first time. Yo, yeah, we doing interviews in the back.
No, I think now we were more bougie because now we were backstage. We weren't even in front of the people. People thought we weren't even there.
Well, actually, I had a couple of people say, "Yo, I saw the poster.
Yeah,
I saw you guys, but
they knew we were there. But
you was here. But where was you guys?
We were hidden, yeah. So be on the lookout because I know we're bringing it up a lot. But yes, the 2026 World Scratch Invitational just took place. Shout out to our champion, Flip Flop, taking it all the way, representing for the Beatjunkies IOS over there. He took out Marvel in the final. Straps even got kicked out. Why Not Cut got kicked out. Everyone lost. And Flip Flop went home with the placa. And then I know him and Marvel both got mixers from Pioneer. So shout out to Pioneer and Alpha Theta because they like really hooked up everyone. You know what I mean? And then Headliner LA, they hooked us up with some shirts. And then I know G-Co was out there with some needles. Man, like all the sponsors, super cracking. And
it was a successful night too, man. It was packed, bro. It was like you couldn't even walk in there.
Super packed. I was nervous during my set. I'm not even gonna lie. I was super nervous.
Man, knock it off.
So many dope people in there.
You did dope, man. You did your thing, son.
Your set reminded me of like just like I tell Jem, it's not a lot of people that I could listen to like that. Listening to your set, I was listening to myself. When I hear him play, I'm listening to myself. And he said it one time he was on TikTok. He's like, yo, it's like I'm practicing with myself, or like my brother or something. Like he does what I do. It's like it's like basically it's like that energy that you gave off is the same energy I could give off. Like I could feed off of that and be perfect. Somebody else can feed off and be perfect. The other dude who's DJing, I don't know who he was. No disrespect to him, but it just wasn't.
Yeah, that's the homie Blunts. And then he had some problems with his laptop too.
Yeah, something happened with his laptop.
Just like you said earlier, that's the like double-edged sword about technology. It makes things easier. Sure, we're not walking to the bar with like 15 crates or whatnot to DJ the party, but you have those instances where like something internally happens with the laptop and now it doesn't want to gel with this mixer because it's not what you have at home, and then you have an issue, you know what I mean? And then it sucks. Like even with me, I was having an issue too because I don't DJ on the Cross 12s and I didn't know you had to like screw the little top on. I thought it was just magnet, it goes on. Man, the record was all bowing up and I was like, what's going on? And that was like for like the first almost 20 minutes of my set. And then I was like, oh, you gotta twist this thing on. It was like, okay, now we can have some fun. You know what I mean?
The Cross 12s, I mean,
they're dope. Those shits are butter.
I used them twice, but I have a like and a dislike at the same time. Cause I've used them and them shits just wasn't working. Wasn't working at all.
It's
like
technology.
It's like, and it's like, okay, why are you trying to? I don't know. I get it, but it's like I don't get it. Why are you trying to infuse so much shit in one device, knowing that shit is gonna, if it malfunctions, you're fucked. Like you fucked. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. Like they had them for an event. They was like, yeah, whatever. The shits was on. Nothing worked. It spinned, but as far as getting the needles to work, couldn't do it. Trying to get it to work with Serato, couldn't get it to work. The phase aspect of it, I was like, yo, these shits broke and like internally broken, or it's like them shits went, they turned it off, reset it. I reset my laptop. Shits was just not working.
Yeah.
And it was
technology.
And it
it'll
was
get
like,
you.
people was there and the dude came out, he's like, yo, I got some 1210s. I'm like, I could use those. You know what I mean? I don't know why y'all brought these shits anyway. I didn't request nothing. I just said whatever you have. You know what I mean? But a lot of times I do gigs, man, I feel comfortable bringing my own shit. Cause ain't nothing going wrong with my shit. You know what I mean?
It's tested, tried and true. You know what I mean?
Yo, this was another dope session, bro.
Yeah, it was dope talking to you. One shot. I think we do got to get him some juggles though. We gotta get some juggles on the outro. I'm just saying.
We'll do some juggles.
So let's take a break. When we get back, we're gonna get a little bit of a juggle.
One thing I will say before we take that break. So from last year, like I told Jim, from last year to this year, you know, I had a lot of fun. I had fun last year too when I came with my peoples and all that. And it's one thing, like I always tell people, when you from the East and you come to the West, sometimes you get more love on the West than you do back home. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I was home even though I wasn't home. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing you guys again, and the hospitality was just like different. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm backstage, I'm doing this. It just felt like it feels like I said, like I never left where I was at. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a good feeling. You know what I'm saying?
We went to some badass sessions in this last like 3 days.
I felt like I didn't get no sleep.
It's a whirlwind, bro. It's a whirlwind. I'm happy I don't work till 3 o'clock tomorrow. So
man, I gotta be at work at 6 in the morning, B.
See, there it is. And then I know One Shot's got to get on a plane.
He's got to catch his flight.
The good thing about the whole weather situation is I had to take a test. You know what I'm saying, for my job, but they postponed it, and that was like something I was really like was biting me, because I'm just like, damn, if they don't postpone this test, man, like I'm not screwed or nothing like that, but it's just like it's for a step up in something that I want to do. So I was just like, yo, I want to take that exam. So they postponed it to February. So I was just like, yo, that shit is perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes they work out.
Hey, God works in mysterious ways.
I was about to say that. Come on, you can't be stealing my thoughts.
Come on, son. Rent the space in your mind, B.
Damn, it's like you're interviewing yourself.
Hey, but yo, we gonna take a quick commercial. Hey, it's gonna come out. That's gonna be a new thing now, son. Every time you see One Shot, make sure you ask him, yo, One Shot, where we at, B?
There it is, live and direct from the Tables4Two HQ. I go by the name ADM1.
I go by the name of Gemini.
Yo, he is One Shot deal, and he's gonna be coming back with some juggles.
Introducing the all-new Lost Tone Pros High Chew Candy. The only candy that lets you scratch with your mouth. One chew, and suddenly every sound is a scratch sample. Side effects, imaginary flares, ghost fader moves, and phrasing without even touching a record. Lost Tone Pros is not responsible for your scratch delusions.
What the fuck is up?
Scratch responsibly.
All right, y'all. Tables for two.
Tables for two.
Back from the studio, and to prove a point, we are over here doing our thing.
I'm excited, son.
We got one shot deal.
One shot deal on the
He's
tables.
actually behind the decks right now. He's going to show us a couple juggles, and then yeah, that's how we do. Tables for two, one shot deal, man. Go ahead, do your thing.
Bring us out. One shot deal, y'all.
Oh yeah, hanging out with us all the way from New York. He's hanging out with us. Tables for two, one shot deal. I don't know if you know this, Gemini, but he is the most hated blend DJ. I'm saying, that's what I hear, dog. That's what I hear. That's what I heard.
One shot, we appreciate you. Thank you very much for, blessing us. This is actually the first time that we had somebody on the new platform of Tables for Two.
Yeah,
and it's going down.
Speaking of, so if you guys are watching right now on YouTube, because I know this is on YouTube video, thank you for being here. If you can, hit that subscribe button. Hey, subscriptions are free on YouTube, so just hit that red button and then give us a thumbs up on that video too. I know it'll help the algorithm over there. If you're listening only on Spotify, to audio, or on iHeartRadio, also over there on Apple Podcasts, thank you for doing the same. If you can, give us a rating. I know you can do that over there too. So yeah, man, you already know what it is, Gemini.
Yo, you know what? We got to plug One Shot's socials, man.
What is it?
You know what? He's got to get on the mic real quick.
Here. You can grab this mic back here so you can talk. Where can the people find you, brother?
You can catch me on all social media platforms at DJ_One Shot Deal. That's simple. DJ_One Shot Deal. Spelled out correctly. You know what I mean?
All right. There it is, man.
There it is. I'm saying, hey, also too, Gemini, everyone needs to know, be on the lookout for the 2026 World Scratch Invitational video over on Swiftstyle's page. I'm telling you, the editing's already going to start. You're going to see some of our interviews peppered in there. Also, too, the full interviews and everything, that's going to be available on all podcast platforms. And also the video is going to be over here on YouTube.
That's too much, bro.
I'm telling you, dog. Hey, we're 2026. We're trying to do it bigger and better than we've ever done it before. And
elevation.
And honestly, we're doing it like this, too, because We're feeling the energy from the people. We were out there. People were asking us where we've been.
Man.
This is where we've been. This is not an easy task to really put together. Even Jewlz, he had some notes for us already, like, yo, you should do this, you should do that. And then it's just going to get easier to do these things because guess what? A lot of the legwork's already been done, but we're doing it definitely from you. Also, we talked to Babu. We talked to Babu, and he said,
we did.
Beatjunkies School, we might be doing some more stuff coming up, so stay up for that.
Babu was like, yo, make sure you touch base with me, man. We got to get you on here. So stay tuned for that.
So keeping that relationship strong,
Man, I don't know if y'all know, we got a website now, too.
We do got the website locked down, tables4two.com. It's not a .net, it's not a .org, it's not a .io or AI. It's a .com. That's tables, the number 4, TWO. That's how you find us.
Yo, other than that, man, yo, God bless, and we see you on your next one.
Y'all already know what it is.
Tables for two.
Tables for two.
Yep.
One shot deal.
Yep.
You already know, man.
All right. Doop, 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 doop.
Tables for two. Tables for two. Tables for two.
We're out.
I've always liked you two.
We'd like to thank Lost Tone Pros for lacing us up with all the beats for the show. You can scratch to all of them with the Table Beats app. Lost Tone Pros. Our cuts are correct.